All right, finally we are live. Sorry guys, I had some hijinks trying to get this one up and running, but we seem to be live. Hopefully the video and audio is coming in. Let me just check on my other phone here. And all right, finally. Happy New Year, everyone. It is Monday, January 1st. 4:24 p.m. It took me quite a bit longer to get up and going than I thought. But we are doing it. There's not a whole lot going on in the city. It's kind of quiet today. So let me get my mismatched gloves on. There I am. It is like 4:25 p.m. I think, about -1 degree Celsius. Brad Palmer is here, Marie Palmer, Gertej, John Myers, Reeboks Pro, Adam C. Thank you for tuning in, guys. And unlike last night's crazy New Year's stream, we are in glorious 1080p right now. All right, I think I've got everything. I can feel my wallet and my keys in my pocket. We're here in Midtown. I'm going to be making my way over to East York. Mike Landry, $2. The first super chat of 2024 to come in on this stream. I think a few came in after midnight last night. That live stream had a lot of viewers, but thank you, Mike Landry. Thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year to you, sir. Oh, it's so much nicer to be streaming with this instead of my phone, which is what I streamed with last night. But we are in Midtown, north of Yonge and Eglinton. There's the CN Tower way off in the distance. Hello, Eva. Sheena Roberts, Reeboks Pro, Vivian Johnson. Thanks for tuning in. No New Year's hangover for me. I had my hangover yesterday morning, but I did nothing all day. So I wanted to get out and do something. Tomorrow will be a driving video on the channel. And if you're one of our new viewers from last night, welcome. It should be pretty dark by the time I get to East York. Total travel time should be about an hour and 40 or an hour and 45. Google says longer, but I walked faster than Google. Or faster than it says. And just a huge thanks for everyone for tuning in last night. The amount of viewers I had was kind of overwhelming. I think we hit 12 or 13,000 at one point. I checked the numbers, and the 2022 New Year's Eve live stream hit over 18,000 at once, so it wasn't a record. But I think it was my second most viewed live stream ever. Junk Food Junction says, fun fact, you were born at East York General. And I apologize, it looks like I did miss a few super chats that came in last night. Thank you so much to those who sent support. Here's a 97 Yonge Street bus. Happy New Year to you, Frank Cree. So we are not going to start this one off by going all the way down Yonge Street. I'm going to make a left on Eglinton. We're going to wander over into East York. Again, there's not a whole lot going on. As you can see, foot traffic is quite light. There's not a lot of people out. Some stores are open, some stores are closed. B&B Books is open. Happy New Year, Mimi. Yeah, last night was a lot of fun. The connection hiccuped a bit around the fireworks, but that's to be expected. I think everyone else who was streaming had those issues, not just from Toronto, but pretty much everywhere. And this is the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton, which has been a gong show for the last 7 or 8 years at least, and it still is, but it's much better now. You still have to navigate a bit of a maze, but look at this. You can actually cross unimpeded in any direction. And it's now, I think, been made permanently a no left or right turn intersection, although you'll still often see vehicles trying to turn. Jeanette is here. Thank you for the PayPal, Jeanette. That you sent during last night's stream. That stream gained over 1,000 subscribers. And we got a bunch of new channel members as well. Rob MNR 299 British pounds. Thank you, Rob MNR, for the support. Happy New Year to you. I'm trying to use my non-touch gloves. I did lose a glove last night. Oops. And getting home on the subway was absolutely ridiculous. We ended up sitting at Wellesley Station for over 20 minutes due to an emergency alarm on the train. To get from St. Andrew to Yonge and Eglinton, it took over an hour. Thank you, Cynthia. And everyone else for wishing a Happy New Year. We are heading east on the north side of Eglinton. I think I'll take this all the way into Leaside. We saw enough of downtown last night. Whippy dude, I think we're at 101,890, so almost 102,000. I think about 1,500 subs in total were gained last night. Jen had $5 for a Dollarama glove. Well, I got a Dollarama glove on my left hand. I've got a nice warm one on my right. But thank you so much, Jeanette, for the $5 and the support. Normally after a night like last night, I give myself the day off. Reeboks Pro, $5. Grateful for the stream. Since yesterday, there was so much fog, you couldn't see the fireworks from Etobicoke. Reeboks Pro. Happy New Year to you. Glad you enjoyed and appreciated the stream. Thank you for the support. Look at this guy in a t-shirt. Hello, T.O. Tom. So as mentioned, I'm just going to keep going along Eglinton here all the way into Leaside. Kristen Daw, Happy New Year. What are my New Year resolutions? I don't really have any. In 1 month from now, I would very much like to be on a beach on a tropical island far, far away. And you know what? Little birdie just told me that's going to happen. Lisa says 2 out of 10 men in Ontario under 30 don't believe in winter coats. Hey, if you're comfortable and you're not getting sick, who am I to judge other people? I'm kind of envious of that. La Carnita is not open today. I think the NYC walking show stream is over 2 million views. That was kind of nuts. Josephine says, where am I going? We're going to East York. I'm gonna go snag some dinner and then hop on the subway and come back. I used to go to that area a lot more. There's a lot of restaurants I like to frequent there that I don't go to so much anymore. There's the Copacabana all-you-can-eat steakhouse. Happy New Year, Peter. I'm gonna do my coat up a little bit. Better get this. Do my sweater up and the coat. There we go. Japanese and Thai. The Harp Tavern. So we are at Redpath. I think I'm just going to kind of power walk my way into East York. I think for the first few months of the year, January, February, and March, we might see a few more live streams and a little bit less daily videos. It's not the best time of year to be out recording. There's not so much going on. But I don't want to have less content on the channel, so maybe twice a week we'll do live streams in lieu of videos. Am I going to the Caribbean or Asia, says Josephine. Stay tuned. There's a very good chance I go to both. Nate D says, quick Timmy stop. I don't know, I've had 2 cups of coffee and a cup of tea already. I'll try to spare you guys from the sniffling. Whippy Dude says the gray hat looks good. This came via my mom on Christmas. It is a merino wool hat. So coming up on the right is a place I went to on the 27th with a couple of friends I went to high school with. They're the same 2 guys I moved into a house in the St. Lawrence market with back in my early 20s. We went to the Granite Brewery. It's a pretty solid place. Excellent, excellent wings. Hello, Jelly Bean. This is Mount Pleasant and Eglinton. So Mount Pleasant Village is on the right, but I think we're just gonna stick to Eglinton. 619 WWE fan is at Hyde Park right now. Awesome. Look at this abomination of a land use right on the corner. We really just need steps down into the station, and they have all this precious real estate used up for an underground streetcar. But at least this intersection's open and it's possible we'll see the Eglinton Crosstown in action this year. Smitty says chilly outside. Yeah, -1 I think. And look at this, another giant station entrance. Why, Metrolinx? Why? So unnecessary. Hello from Bermuda. You missed TO. Why am I hotspotting from this phone? Let me turn off that hotspot. I don't need two hotspots going on. Although I guess if there's no interference, no harm done. So we've hit a quiet stretch of Eglinton. They haven't yet put bike lanes in on this stretch. Good evening, Ahmed. It's quite the different scene from last night. We started near Yonge and Dundas. It was kind of crazy. I never did make it through Nathan Phillips Square. We just went south. I met Ken and Megan, but I ditched them when my signal started falling apart. I wanted to run and find some greener pastures. Jeff Toxicity is here, or Toxic City. Sorry, I'm reading a tiny chat. I gotta figure a way to make it bigger. Dude says the original 1950s subway entrances were just stairs opening to the sidewalk. That's how it should be in most locations. But for some reason, whenever you get a station out in the older suburbs, they do what they did with like Warden or Kennedy, and they have a giant land use for a subway station, which is kind of absurd. And Metrolinx is carrying on that tradition to the LRT. Really, a transit station should just be nothing more than a conveniently placed entrance. There goes a 34 Eglinton bus. So we are marching east on the north side of Eglinton. And we are over 600 viewers. Thank you guys. Just a friendly reminder to like, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified when I go live next. I go live about 3 or 4 times a week in the city of Toronto. I also go live Sundays on the other channel. Now, I don't think any part of the city is crowded today. It's kind of a relaxing day off for most people. A lot of people are recovering from the weekend, particularly last night. Tomorrow will be a reality check for a lot of people. It'll be January. Work will resume, and there'll be a long time ahead before another holiday. New boutique apartments for rent in the Midtown. New. Harjot is here. Says Happy New Year. And hello to everyone. Hey, Harjot. Raja, the other channel is Johnny Stumbles. Blue Monday coming up in a couple of weeks, the most depressing day of the year. I can see that. A lot of people kind of open up their wallets and overspend, and they overexert themselves. Maybe they've already got traveling over with. They've seen their family over the holidays, and then the long, cold winter kicks in, and there's really nothing to look forward to. and they look at their bank account and say, what the hell just happened over the holidays? I guess there's a reason they call it Blue Monday. 619 WWE fan. Your name is a handful to say, but glad you found the channel. I think in about half an hour's time, it'll be pretty dark out. What an interesting shaped apartment building. Yeah, nice big honking balconies though. So the next major street coming up will be Bayview, and that's where an LRT station will be. And then I think we'll walk one more stop over to Laird. We're almost in the former borough of East York. I've done this stream before on this channel, but I think the last time I did it was like end of spring. Office for lease. It's not a house, it's an office. It's so different seeing Toronto not so busy. Well, this stretch of Toronto is never that busy, at least in terms of pedestrian activity. There's usually a fair bit more traffic than this. I didn't really want to go do yet another downtown stream. Onondaga Camp. What is that all about? Johnny, are you still counting steps, says Mary W. Well, my watch does it for me. Every time I hit 10,000 and then 20,000 and 30,000, it vibrates. I've yet to bring this Fitbit up over 40,000. I'm sure it would as well. Do you ever get tired of streaming the same areas? Oh, I haven't streamed this way in quite a while. I do this stretch of Eglinton maybe 3 or 4 times a year. And honestly, just paying attention to the chat and communicating with everyone stays interesting. If you watch the New York streamers, they're always in kind of the same few places as well. There's a balance between gravitating to where the action is and where people want to see, but not doing the same places too often over and over again. But I kind of see January 1st as the reset button. It's a Dodge Challenger, and there's going to be several weeks coming up where I'm not in the city. CSKD Finn, $50. Happy New Year. CSDK Finn. Wow, thank you for the super chat and Happy New Year to you. $50, wow. I was reading my comments today and someone was like, do you have to announce during your live stream every time someone sends you a donation? And I think, yes. it's polite to do that. I want to acknowledge it and let them know that I saw it and I'm grateful for it. It just so happens that last night was a crazy night for it. And speaking of very poor Metrolinx land use, that used to be a very popular standalone McDonald's that had a play area that was well liked. But now it is a standalone LRT. Jelly Bean asking if it's cold. It's pretty cold. We are at Bayview Avenue. So to the north of here is Sunnybrook Hospital. And to the south, Bayview Village. And we are entering a part of town known as Leaside. Have I done any other walks like the C&E, the zoo, or the aquarium? I've done the C&E. I haven't done the zoo or aquarium. I'm not so big on doing attractions like that. I think maybe part of the reason is if you type Toronto Zoo or Toronto Aquarium, you'll find dozens, if not hundreds, of YouTube videos already. So it's something that doesn't really do that good from a view point of view. Also, it can be kind of awkward covering those spaces. The zoo might work because it's so big. There's plenty of room to walk, I just haven't yet done it. But the aquarium, I don't know. That used to be a Rexall. There used to be the Source in there, a Subway, a UPS store. There's a big school over there. So this stretch of Eglinton for the next few blocks will be a little quiet. Then we'll hit some retail. And then we'll go south and there'll be a couple of big suburban power centers coming up. This is very much a low-density, car-centric part of town. But I'll make my way south. And eventually we'll hit that overpass where we get a very nice view of the Skyline as well as the Don Valley Parkway. If I do a North York walk soon. I don't know, guys. There's not a whole lot of areas in North York that really excite me, other than that stretch through Willowdale. I've live streamed along Steeles Avenue. We've done up around York University. I've done from Vaughan Metro Center south as well into North York. Happy New Year, Carl Roth. And everyone else. Where do you live? I live on Bessborough Drive. And these are the kind of homes in this area. Big and expensive. Leaside High School. It's a very picturesque house. I like the way the snow is draped all over the shingles. That must cost a fortune. It's time to update the roof. I know a lot of people have been taking down their Christmas trees. They still got a big ass Santa. I think that's the 8-foot model. You can get a 14-foot model as well. Cube saying, where am I right now? I am walking east in Leaside on Eglinton Avenue East. And my watch is telling me we just hit 10,000 steps. Last night was wild and crazy, says Gertesh. I wouldn't disagree with that. I've ever done a Don Mills video. I've e-biked on Don Mills. I've recorded a driving video, I think, that went on Don Mills. And I've been up by Don Mills and Fairview. Or Don Mills and I guess Shepherd. Do you use an Apple Watch? No. I watched a video today on how extortionate Apple's prices are for storage and RAM upgrades on their MacBooks. Not a big fan of that company. Next station is Laird Station, and that's where we'll be making a right. Featuring some more poor land use by your friends at Metrolinx. This Line 5 is really just a myth by now. Cars of Ontario uses a Galaxy Watch 5. Ever done a Casa Loma video? I've done them in front and around several times, but never through. Again, those kinds of spaces aren't really my thing. I'm more about getting out and walking across vast distances. Do you know the song From Where We Want to Go? I don't know what you're talking about. No, this isn't Laird Drive. We are coming up upon it though. Then we're going to make a right. These houses are quite something. Would I live in one? Sure, if you gave me one. I don't think I would go out of my way to live here though, at least not until Line 5 was open. If the Ontario line were open, as well as Line 5, that would be really awesome, because then you could make a quick trip over to the Science Center station and head into downtown, or you could go over to Yonge and Eglinton. Got some very cute smaller homes here. $795 viewers. Thank you guys. As we do a quieter than normal live stream. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when the next live stream is. Tomorrow morning, we'll have an hour and 45-minute video on the channel, so get your popcorn out. There's a big Frosty the Snowman. Oh no, this reindeer. He's planking. That one looks more like a caribou. Matt Bro says, encouraging to see non-regulars with super chats in the chat last night. Yeah, I'm grateful for all the support, regulars, or... There are a lot of people that watch too that don't chat. They just kind of silently lurk. A caribou? Did you mean a moose? Maybe. Maybe I meant a caribou. That subway fire footage was wild. Oh, the e-bike. Pick up the reindeer. Someone else's property. I don't want to pick it up and damage it. Back smart. Most of these places are closed. Oh, Mr. Everest restaurant is open. Get your taste of the Himalayas. Wimpy Dude was shocked when I said 70% of the viewers weren't subscribed. Yeah, I think that's pretty common on YouTube. There's a lot of regular viewers that aren't subscribed. It's just YouTube puts the videos in their recommended feed, so when they log in, they see them. They click them and watch them. It never really occurs to people to hit the subscribe button. It's a pretty common phenomenon. Weather has been gloomy. Yeah. Pizza Nova, one party topping pizza, $25. Right next to the Happy Spliff. These businesses complement each other, I would think. There's a giant LRT station entrance on a very prominent street corner. So we are at Laird Drive. We're going to head south here. I'm going to head all the way south to the other side of the Don River. Dram Good Whiskey says it's nice to get to know the Toronto area. Well, Toronto is a monster city. You don't see too many YouTube videos covering this particular area. It's probably a good reason for that. It only took me, 38 minutes, including dilly-dallying, to get here from Yonge and Montgomery in Midtown. Oh, this was one of those Spirit Halloween stores. Before that, it was a furniture store. Am I heading to East York Town Center? You'll see. Unlikely. We'll be walking by Thorncliffe Park. There's a big Canadian Tire. There's also a Canadian Tire showroom over there. I think that's more for like appliances and stuff. Tao, Northern Chinese cuisine. So this is south down Laird Drive. Although it will change names and become Millwood after several blocks. Tiana thinks Dubai had cool fireworks. I'm kind of partial to the fireworks that they have at Taipei 101. The ones in Sydney look pretty good. Toronto's was kind of run-of-the-mill. I thought they were good, not spectacular. But our fireworks, everything was ×2 because they were being launched twice. Once more over towards the west side of downtown. The other was pretty much right in front of where I was situated. I don't think I could have found a better spot for fireworks. I showed up 10 minutes before they went off. I was able to get a clear, unobstructed view from right at the lake's edge. Nobody in front of me, just the water. So if they have that set up again next year, I think that's where I'll go. Crikey says finally a good snowfall last night. There's some actual snow still on the ground. Made for kind of an interesting stream. Did they set them off a barge? I think so. I think there were 2 of them. I noticed Henry was over way on the west side. He had a further away vantage point, but he had a view of the CN Tower in his shot. There's the Leaside pub. So this is an area I bet will be intensifying when the crosstown opens. Lisa said the wet streets were nice for lights, especially around Yonge and Dundas. Say what you will about that area, but with all the glowing LED lights, as soon as the sun sets and you have wet streets, you definitely get those Blade Runner vibes. I'm pretty sure I've ordered this place from Uber Eats, but I don't remember it. I think I had a steak frites from there once. Local public eatery. Yeah, in fact, I'm positive I ordered their steak frites during the pandemic. And look at this giant slice of suburbia. A huge power center. There's a Best Buy, a Winners, a Sport Chek, a Sobeys, a Home Depot. All built in a cheesy, fake urbanist style of architecture. It's about as unpedestrian friendly as you can get. There's the Roots, a golf town. Speaking of golf town, I will be going to a Topgolf. That's all I'll reveal. Maybe I'll live stream from the Topgolf over on Johnny Stumbles. If they're not blasting music, maybe I'll do it on this channel. Peter Bradfield, $1.99. You deserve a small super chat for the Dilly Dally. Peter Bradfield. Thank you so much for the $1.99. The Dilly Dally, I guess, is deserving of a small super chat. At least according to you, thank you. Lisa says Topgolf. Yeah, last time I was in Vegas, I wanted to go, but it was just so expensive I couldn't justify it. No, I don't really golf anymore. In fact, I gave away my clubs. An advanced green. Really? Really? I'm just crossing. There's one more of those big power centers to walk by. Kind of a cool blue sky right now. Silver Sea says Vegas at New Year's must be fun. I watched Jaycation's live stream from Vegas last night. He had a hotel room in the Palms, and he was streaming all the fireworks there. Gertej likes bowling. What a bizarrely quiet night it is here. This area always has kind of an unfinished feel to it, more so than other parts of Toronto. There's always kind of buildings that are slated for demolition and boarded up. And you have a lot of industrial type uses and places like these body shops. Doesn't really have that Main Street feel to it. I don't, if I got a free haircut as a prize scratch ticket, it depends. If I didn't really have to travel anywhere, I suppose I would try. But I'm pretty loyal to my hairstylist. She is going away in February. I'm going to make plans to get a haircut, I think, in the middle of January. It'll be time anyways. There's a Chipotle. This is Leaside Village. There's a big Longo's supermarket back there in an old industrial building. Crikey, yeah, 906 people watching. Watching me walk down Laird Drive. Hey, this is the Amsterdam Barrel House. I bet you that was busy last night. They've got a really big location down on the waterfront, which I'm sure was also quite busy. If you're ever there, ask for their list of beers that aren't on the menu. The car doesn't sound very healthy. Hey, we have a Timmy's, and it is open. Johnny, will you take Donlands or Pape? Probably Pape. I think it's just more interesting. There's more going on. What's for dinner? Well, I'm gonna go to a restaurant very near Pape Station. I don't want to say which one though. I'll reveal that after. And then I'm gonna get on the subway and come back home. Naan Kebab, modern Afghan kitchen. Yeah, let's do Pape Village. That makes the most sense. We should be there in what, 25 minutes? Tiana says Tim Hortons would survive an apocalypse. Hey, people. You're not the only one walking around here. Feels like a holiday, that's for sure. Leaside Flooring Plus. Maybe the apocalypse just happened. Bateman's Bicycle, they have a location here. Black Cat gifted 5 Johnny Strides channel memberships. Rob MNR gifted D Stew. Andres Martinez, Nas the Transit Kid. And Smitty, Black Cat. Thank you so much for gifting the 5 new channel memberships. That is so much appreciated. Welcome to channel membership. If you check the community tab, you'll see my December 2023 update, and you'll have a link there to the members and Patreon supporter exclusive December video. If you're wondering what the perks of channel membership or Patreon are, pretty much that. I do a monthly update. You also get your name on the ending credits of my regular videos. The God tier supporters have their names a little more prominently displayed. You also get consideration for requesting walks. Is this the Overley Bridge? We're almost there. But we are now on Millwood. Lair Drive is no more. Jelly Bean, I think they have to be watching the live stream. It pulls them from a selection of current viewers, I think. Carl Roth, 200K? I don't think we're gonna hit 200K for at least 2 years. One of the main differences between my videos and live streams, the videos are usually 30 to 45 minutes long. Usually they're a bit more informational and I'm not interacting with the chat because they're pre-recorded. They're also in higher quality. I'm pretty happy with the quality of this camera live streaming, particularly in low light. Tiana says I might be tired of striding in 2 years. Not if it keeps me out of office life. Whoa. We have found a very unusual garbage receptacle. Look at that. Black Cat, you gifted 5 more channel memberships. George, Sally Smith, Liberty Tree, JD, Dogs, Weed, Golf Guns. Black Cat, holy crap. Thank you so much for not 5, but 10 gifted channel memberships. And welcome to channel membership, everyone. That's a neat feature that YouTube copied from Twitch, although they gave it a bit of a twist. In Twitch, I think you can choose who gets the gifted memberships. In YouTube land, it's a bit of a roulette game. If you're a YouTube channel member, you get that little badge beside your name when you're chatting. But if you're a Patreon member, you don't get that badge. But you do have the benefit of sending me a direct message on Patreon. Those are really the differences between the two platforms. A lot of people just offer one. I just chose to offer both. So we are heading towards Thorncliffe Park. That's the Don Valley over there. We'll be crossing that pretty soon. Blackhead says, let's all hope for peace this year. That would be awesome. Yes. There's too much war going on. And we're seeing some saber rattling going on over in the Pacific too. Hopefully everything has been resolved by the end of this year. So I'm going to cross over to the other side of the street at these lights coming up. We should be able to take in a skyline view. I'll zoom in with the camera. All right, 619 WWE fan, have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. That's true, crikey. There's always been, and I'm sure there always will be. It's just disappointing in this day and age that the scale of conflict is going on. Happy New Year, Michelle Gray. Hey, Petrus, I kind of have no choice. I'm close enough to Pape that I might as well keep marching. At least this way I only have to pay one transit fare. If I took the transit out for dinner and then turned around and went back, I would have had no content. And I might have been out 2 Presto fares. So Thorncliffe Park is on the left. There's a big Costco there. There's also a shopping mall. It's one of those master planned communities that kind of ended up isolating itself more than integrating itself with the rest of the city, but the Ontario line will be bringing a station through the neighborhood. All right, let's get moving here. I can cross the road. So this is Overlea Boulevard. And just here on the left, there used to be a horse race track way back when. I mean, like 100 years ago, way back when. You can take the 25, the 56, the 81, the 100, or the 325 night bus. BP says, I'm a great streamer, thank you. Greetings, Robert Armstrong. And again, a shout out to the mods. Last night, the chat was so out of control. I could barely keep up with anything. I didn't have a single disgruntled person sending me an email, so I think that means the mods did an excellent job. Usually when I do get an email, the mods still did an excellent job. Look at this sidewalk we're on. We've got a really busy street. I'm walking on this rink-a-dink narrow path here. And Distress Center, we listen 24 hours a day. This, you can probably guess what some people have used this bridge for, hence that Distress Center notice. This is an icy sidewalk. Good thing I wore the trail runners. I should stroll through St. Jamestown. We've done that numerous times. I'm sure I will again. But coming up on the right will be a view of the Skyline. Let's get right in there. 4x zoom. There's the CN Tower. So to the right there, those tall towers are around Yorkville, around Yonge and Bloor. And to the left, the financial district around the tower. I'm trying to squeeze my camera. If I dropped it, this would be quite tragic. There's the Don Valley down there to the right. Let's zoom out a little bit. Partial zoom out. The Standing Bear, $20. The Stride Man sending some hot cocoa money from a chilly Central Florida. Here's to another year of half chilly, half warm Toronto walks. Happy New Year. Thank you. The rat who plays Danganronpa, right? AKA the Standing Bear. Cheers and Happy New Year to you all the way down in a chilly Central Florida. Thank you so much for the super chat, the Standing Bear. And those towers way off in the distance in the center of the shot are about 4 or 5 blocks south of where I started this live stream. It's up in the Midtown area near where I live in Yonge and Eglinton. Silver CS, it's harder for me to see my steps. My iPhone is in my pocket. That's the one hooked up to my Fitbit. This is my Galaxy I'm using for the chat. It's got a bigger screen. And my Fitbit itself is tucked underneath my coat sleeve. Maybe at the end of the stream, I can let you guys know. Wesley, 99 cents. Let's celebrate their 5th ever super chat on a live stream. Thank you, Wesley, for the 99 cents and the support. Much appreciated there. All right, the CN Tower is going to start to fade from view. Liberty Tree would love to go to Florida when it's nice and warm. I've been to like Tampa on a company retreat in like 2006. And I think it was like November or December, and we were all there in shorts and a t-shirt, and all the locals were wearing like coats, looking at us like we were nuts. It's not hard to spot the Canadians in Florida. There's the Don Valley Parkway, with a bit of the Skyline off in the distance. Locked On Yankees podcast is here. Happy New Year. Have I been to Jacksonville? I've been through Jacksonville. I don't have any specific memory of going to Jacksonville. I watched a video today on their football stadium and how they're planning on building a roof over it and completely renovating it. Seems like all the stadiums in Florida are kind of a mess. Tropicana Field, Raymond James Field. All the garbage in Miami. Well, the baseball stadium there is cool. It's just no one goes to it. Oh, there's another view of the DVP. And a look north where I came from. We'll complete the Walking Man Dude spin. Whatever happened to the Walking Man Dude? Happy New Year. Happy Nude Year, Vince Hunter. Pape Avenue, keep right. Aye, aye, I will do that. Chris Mill says the Trop is the worst. Yeah, it's literally the worst stadium in North American professional sports. There's an argument to be made for the Oakland Coliseum. If it wasn't for Mount Davis, the Oakland Coliseum would actually be kind of decent. You have that nice view. The stadium itself would still be decrepit, but it would probably be somewhat worth saving with a major renovation. But I think those are hands down the two worst stadiums in baseball. Another awful one is FedEx Field, where the Commanders, formerly the Redskins, play out of. Billy T says, where is Dylan Reynolds? I think he's been streaming on his channel. Happy New Year, Pat75. I watched your friend Jay Cation live stream from Las Vegas around 2 a.m. last night when I was settling in to edit the video that I posted this morning. Donlands Avenue left, Pape Avenue right. All right, we're going Pape. Pape is more interesting. I'll do Donlands maybe the next time if I ever come this way. That won't be till spring. This isn't a route I'm likely to repeat. Pat75 says his stream was a lot of fun. Weren't they all just kind of hanging out in a hotel room getting hammered? The smell of candles are in the air. People still got their holiday lights on. So we'll be hitting Pape Village pretty soon. 'Cause Pape was watching the feed from 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that happens. Every once in a while, someone will be commenting on something that I walked past a long time ago. I found myself doing that. I've had it happen watching my own premiere sometimes. I'm like 10, 15 minutes behind. People start saying goodbye. I'm like, what? It's over? And I notice for most people it is. Pedro Negromonte, $5. Hey man, I love your videos. Sorry if I butchered your last name, but thank you so much for the support and the $5. Glad you enjoy the videos. There will be a lot more in 2024 to come. I don't think I've ever live streamed on January 1st, other than the New Year's stream from the night before. I don't think I'll be live streaming tomorrow, but I do think maybe Wednesday we'll do a late morning, early afternoon live stream. Some pretty lights. So the next major street will be O'Connor. Then just south of that, we'll be walking through Pape Village. Sheldon says a nice relaxing walk today. Yeah, it shows a quieter route. It's kind of a quiet day in the city anyways. Toronto has more snow than Kappa's casing. Look at this car. Covered. That's the transit kid is at Pape Station right now. That's like 20 minutes south of here. All right, we have hit O'Connor. Ten seconds to make the crossing. Toronto EMS station. Ambulance dispatch. All right, so we're gonna go through another retail area. Feels like it's been forever since I've been able to say that. Lady was talking to herself. Happy New Year, big up video. Did you make your way from Jeff's channel? Matt says, why is there no one on the streets today? Well, this is kind of a quiet part of town to begin with. There's the East York Community Rec Center. But also January 1 is a day where I think people kind of go through the holiday withdrawal. They are often tapped out from Christmas and New Year's and gearing up to go back to work the following day. What is this car doing? All right, we're a block away from all the retail. Whippy Dude says we're hungover. That was me yesterday. I was hungover all day. All I had to do was go out and live stream and make a video at night. So we've made it to Pape Village, which, believe it or not, at one point was under prohibition when just about everywhere else in the city wasn't. I think here in the Junction we're under prohibition, and that kind of helped the development of Greektown to the south of here. A lot of bars and restaurants were flourishing in Greektown, and one of the problems with that is East York was a different city from the old city of Toronto where Greektown is. So that was a lot of business and tax dollars and jobs that they lost, all because they had this silly no liquor law. Wow. Pedestrians crossing. I don't care. I'm just gonna drive. And the stats are pretty clear. When you prohibit alcohol from part of the city, crime goes up, drug use goes up, prostitution goes up, violent crime goes up, and the Junction experienced a reduction in all of those things when they reversed that silly law. And the area, for better or worse, kind of gentrified shortly after. Yes, this is Cosmorn Avenue. George's Barbecue Chicken and Ribs. Vince Hunter, welcome to Gold Tier. Vince Hunter. Thank you for signing up and joining channel membership, Vince.
Johnny, even snipe streams go up, brother. Happy New Year. I brought you a off camera, right? Beer? Or you want to put?
Oh, I'm not going to drink it, so on camera's fine.
Okay, are you allowed to put it on camera?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I'm Rob Armstrong. Glad to finally meet the famous mocktuber Johnny Strides. I like his videos. You did a hell of a job last night. I want to present him with this beer.
All right.
But you can put it in your pocket.
Much.
Because you need a beer right now.
Yeah, I'm about to get some food, but I will definitely consume this today.
You did one hell of a job last night. And I appreciate all your videos. I live in the area 43 years. And we got to say it one time in case he's watching. We will continue. Can we do it together?
All right.
Can we do it together? I know you're watching. I know you're watching there from downtown. And if Henry's out there, 1, 2, 3.
We will continue.
That's all.
All right. Nice to meet you, man. Happy New Year.
Enjoy that.
Thank you.
I'm sure it'll go down good after that.
It will. Thank you. Happy New Year. Cheers. It was a very friendly stream snipe. I've got myself a cold beverage to consume for right after this. How did he know I like that? Thank you, Rob. Sally Smith, $5. You've walked by 4 Old Apartments. Thank you. Sally Smith, thank you for the $5. And thank you as well to new channel member Vince Hunter. Thank you, Sally Smith, for the $5, and thank you, Vince Hunter, for joining channel membership. I'm just gonna go glove free now. Felix, he says good guy. Obviously a fan of Ken as well. Very friendly. So we are in the heart of Pape Village. Kayla, 139. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Kayla. Thank you, Kayla, for the 139, and congrats. It's a weird thing to celebrate, but I guess YouTube is trying to encourage it. Congrats on the first Super Chat Faux Challenge. And thanks to all 913 of you for being tuned in and watching the stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Hit the notification bell for when I go live next, probably Wednesday. And then probably Friday night after that. Then maybe a Saturday or Sunday. As a gambling person, those would be the times I pick. That's me. Hello.
I want ice cream.
Would people know you?
I'm in the chat. That's Transit Kid.
Oh, NASA Transit Kid.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, you
Black
said.
Cat, thank you so much for the membership.
Oh yeah, you just got membership. Well, Happy New Year
Happy New Year.
too. Nice to meet you.
Can I get a picture?
Sure.
Oh, night mode. Sometimes night mode ruins the day. All right.
All right.
All right, see ya.
Cheers. Take care. Oh, we just met another viewer. That was Nas, the Transit Kid. Super friendly guy. That's 2 friendly people in Pape Village. We got to come through here more often. Good to meet you, Nas, the Transit Kid, and Robert earlier. I was not expecting to get stream sniped on this one. I was kind of picking an out of the way route. I've got a delicious cold beverage in my pocket. Johnny's famous. I don't know about that. I guess I'm 101K subscriber famous. Moro Brendau, sorry if I mispronounced your last name. $5, great walk, it's really relaxing. Do you plan on showing Forest Hill? It would also be nice if you could do a special just showing subway stations. Moro. You know, I was planning on doing Forest Hill North. I've done Forest Hill South somewhat recently. I did that at the end of fall. But I am definitely planning, I think there'll be a Forest Hill North video coming up, maybe this month even. It's on my to-do list. But thank you so much for the $5 and the support. And yes, there will be more transit-oriented content as well. I tend to do more like subway station type stuff when it's colder and miserable out. I've already done Yorkdale Square One and the Eaton Center and Bayview Village recently, and kind of Fairview Mall. Scarborough Town Center, unfortunately, is a pain in the butt to get to now. Line 3 is down. And by down, I mean down for good. This is Mortimer Avenue. So we're at the south end of Pape Village. I think this is also very near the south end of East York. We're about to cross over into the old city of Toronto proper. Of course, now it's just all Toronto. But prior to amalgamation, there were two separate municipalities. And there's a Centennial College campus just over on the right. I'm just going to put my phone down for a sec. It keeps vibrating. My iPhone's in my pocket. I want to see what this is all about.
I'm watching on the live stream.
Oh, you're watching my live stream? Do you want to be on the live stream?
Well, yeah, why not? No one's watching, is there?
All right, another viewer. This is the third time I've ran into someone on Pape.
Yeah, I live on Cosburn, so I saw you walking down Laird, which I used to deliver mail on. I wanted to add some comments. I noticed, should I subscribe to you?
Sure.
How do you do that? Oh, I gotta give you money.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh,
Just
okay.
being friendly is nice.
Okay.
No, subscribing is free.
Oh, well, I gotta do that. Everyone's gotta do that.
Subscribing.
So, anyway, I live just on paper, and I had to go out and give my daughter's mother her check. Anyway, it's the first of the month right now, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, so you're heading to Pape.
Yeah, I'm going into
Subway.
Greektown. I'm gonna wrap up around Pape,
yeah,
and then I'm
yeah.
gonna
Oh,
go to
take
a
it easy.
restaurant.
Anyway, I'll let you go. I don't want to bother
All right.
you.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's.
Oh, Happy New Year.
And your
I'll
first
be-
name?
Peter.
Peter.
I'll be watching.
Well, nice to
Tell
meet.
my daughter to watch. She,
Well, nice to meet you, Peter.
gotta get out and go for a walk. I'm a letter carrier. I have to walk 6 hours a day anyway.
Oh, you've taken more steps than I have. That's for sure. All right. Take care. So we've met Robert, we've met Nas, the transit kid, and we've met Peter, a former mail carrier, or he is still. If there's anyone who can outwalk any of us walking YouTubers, I would think it would be a mail carrier. All right, I just got a low battery notice, but it's at 28%. We're good. Smitty says he must get a lot of steps. Yeah. That's three very friendly people. Healthbound Health Network. There's a KFC. Do I think I'll ever go to Sioux Falls? I have no idea, to be honest. His daughter's name is Meg. Well, Meg, your dad says you need to go out and do some more walking. Thank you, Robert Armstrong. And the good thing is that beer is keeping cold in my pocket. But as long as you're not breaking any local laws, you can do it on YouTube. And obviously minor stuff is okay, like jaywalking, nobody cares, but I've consumed these drinks on stream before. But out in public like this, it is not legal. But if you're in your home or in a private establishment where it's allowed, Store Easy, convenience and grocery. Oh, look at that tzatziki shop. It's a very popular bakery here on the right, Serrano. It's legal in Vancouver, yeah. It was legal in a select number of public parks here during a pilot project, one that ought to be just made a regular thing. Yeah, across the street here. The street is Selkirk. So we're heading south down oops. My touchscreen is acting up. It says the weather is cool. It is. But it has gotten pretty dark. We are almost at Pape Station. Damon, Washington, $10. Happy New Year, Johnny. What's the next walk? Is Etobicoke and Humber Bay Shore considered the same area? Be safe. Cheers. Thank you, Damon, Washington. Thank you for the $10. I'm not sure when the next walk is, but Happy New Year to you. Humber Bay Shores is it all west of the Humber River? I think it is. If you are west of the Humber River, that is Etobicoke. If it's east of the Humber River, that is not Etobicoke. And I think the Humber Bay Shores is west of the Humber. I'm not sure. Yeah, because the Humber Bay Arch Bridge, right? So yeah, that would be the very eastern edge of Etobicoke. Look at that. right, so I am going to pop into a place just south of here and have a meal, and then I'm gonna hop on the subway and head back. Lisa says, what is it? I don't know. But we have made it. Just south of here is Danforth Avenue in Greektown. There will definitely be some Greektown content coming up in 2024, including live streams. There's the bus bays at Pape. There's a Timmy's connected to the station here, but I don't think it's open. Yeah, it's not open. And there is an excellent Greek restaurant there called Suvlike, and right next to it is a pretty good cafe that's open late. But this stream is coming to an end, 97 minutes in. I want to thank everyone so much for tuning in. We're at 900 viewers. That's quite a lot. I hope you all had a wonderful New Year's, and I hope you all have an excellent 2024. Thank you again. Thanks to our mods. Welcome to our 10 new channel members. Plus, I think a few more joined. Thank you to Black Cad for donating 10 channel memberships. Thanks to everyone who sent support during the stream. Thanks to our channel members and Patreon supporters. If you couldn't tell, this is one of my favorite places in the city to grab a meal. In fact, there's a place called Grub Shack where you can get a delicious hamburger that's not too expensive. You can get a nice combo for $16.99. You get 2 hamburgers, a fries, and a drink. That is excellent. Anyways, I'm just gonna flip the camera around and sign off now. Thank you so much, guys. Glenn, Wesley, Jillian, Tiana, Vivian Johnson, our CEO, Walker, me, dboutique617, channel member, Jefferson, Marge, Sheena, Liberty Tree, Mark D, Sheldon, Digital Island Boy, and everyone. All right, it is time to sign off. Thank you so much, guys. Happy New Year's. Stay warm, stay safe, and I will be premiering a very long video tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. EST on this channel, so don't forget to hang out with everyone. But have a good night, guys. Yoink. Make sure I'm not missing any.